Everyone, I am Neha Bala from BDS first year going to explain the mechanism of hormone action. The response to a hormone depends on both the hormones and the target cell. Various target cells respond differently to the same hormone. Insulin, for example, stimulates synthesis of glycogen in liver cells and synthesis of triglycerides in adipose cells. The response to a hormone is not always the synthesis of new molecules, as is the case for insulin. Here, endocrine gland secretes hormone and then hormone acts on target cell. Hormonal effects include changing the permeability of the plasma membrane, stimulating transport of a substance into or out of the target cell, altering the rate of specific metabolic reactions, causing contraction of smooth muscle or cardiac muscles. However, a hormone must first announce its arrival to a target cell by binding to its receptors. The receptor for lipid soluble hormones are located inside target cells. The receptors for water soluble hormones are part of the plasma membrane of the target cell. Here you can see the diagram of lipid soluble hormone where first lipid soluble hormone diffuses through plasma membrane and then hormone binds with receptor in cytoplasm. This binding generates a hormone receptor complex that moves toward the chromatin in the cell nucleus and binds to a particular segment of the cell's DNA. In contrast, hormones bind to receptors already bound to DNA. Binding of the hormone receptor complex with DNA triggers transcription of a target gene to mRNA, which moves to the cytosol and directs protein synthesis by ribosomes. Second is water soluble hormones. Water soluble hormones diffuses from the blood through interstitial fluid and then binds to its receptor at the exterior surface of a target cell's plasma membrane. The hormone receptor complex activates a membrane protein called a gene protein. The activated gene protein in turn activates adenylate cyclase. Adenylate cyclase converts ATP into cyclic AMP. Then cyclic AMP, which is the second messenger, activates one or more protein kinases which may be free in the cytosol or bound to the plasma membrane. The activated protein kinases phosphorylate one or more cellular proteins. Phosphorylation activates some of these proteins and inactivates others. Phosphorylated proteins in turn cause reactions that produce physiological responses. Different protein kinases exist within different target cells and within different organelles of the same target cell. Thus, one protein kinase might trigger glycogen synthesis, a second might cause the breakdown of triglyceride, and third may promote protein synthesis, and so on. Phosphorylation by a protein kinase can also inhibit certain proteins. For example, some of the kinases unleashed when epinephrine binds to liver cells inactivate an enzyme needed for glycogen synthesis. After a brief period, an enzyme called phosphodiesterase inactivates CMP. Thus, the cell's response is turned off unless new hormone molecules continue to bind to their receptors in the plasma membrane. Here I have completed the mechanism of hormone actions. Thank you.